Well, we were hoping to speak to India's ruling BJP party, but in the last hour, they said they were unable to do it. It's an indicator of how bad things are that the normal international spokesman who talks to Channel 4 News told me he was unable to appear because his own mother is in intensive care. But joining me now from New Delhi is Dr. Rajeev Ranjan, who is the chief advisor to India's premier medical institute, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Thank you for joining us so late. Has India just been overwhelmed now? Are things still getting worse?
Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Right, I'm sorry about that. Can I ask you, is India overwhelmed at the moment with the crisis, and are things still getting worse?
Definitely, we are overwhelmed. There is a panic everywhere. The condition is very bad, very worse. I mean, people are running here and there for the medical help. The things are like, they are so panicked that they are running for hospitals. There is no hospital with a vacant bed out there. Across India, the situation is really grim. And we as a doctor has a lot of role to play, because we are getting calls from anonymous people around the world, and to help and all these things. So but we are constant, like we are very restrained. How can we help them? Like the infrastructure is not able to sustain the thing, because it has happened in such a massive way. There is a whole community spread. So things are really very bad for the Indians. We need prayers from everyone across the world.
Now, I know you tweeted, now is not the time to criticize and to politicize, but to help. But I mean, is there not some analysis here that is worth doing about how India got into this particular crisis? Are you saying this was unavoidable?
Yeah, last year our government did pretty good. I mean, because it was new to everybody across the world. This pandemic and this virus was new, and even the WHO was not sure of what it is and how is the pathogenesis and all. But gradually, these waves started getting down in 2020. I mean, across India and across everywhere in the world, people felt started reluctant, and they stopped using social distancing, masks, and all. Meanwhile, there were the elections also, and the government went ahead with the elections preparations and all. And there are some like religious the festivals time was also in India. So people thought that now COVID has moved away, but we might have taken a coup from the European countries, because you see in the lately in January and in December only some few of the European countries went ahead with the second lockdown, and in UK as well. But it was very bad of our government and our bureaucrats and our lawmakers that they did not took a coup from them, and they could have started preparing, and they could have started planning, so that we could not have seen this worst condition in the second wave if there would have been a proper management.
Do you
and all.
think?
But
do you think national pride has got in the way here? The Indian government has refused help from the United Nations.
I'm not much aware, because I think this might be a development today, because I was myself very busy today, because my wife is already infected and I was running behind getting her admitted. So I'm not aware of that development. But we are, open to help from across the world. I mean, we have accepted the help from Putin, and we have accepted the help from Mr. Joe Biden, and your Prime Minister as well. So it's I think this is the time not to segregate things, or not to choose. We are not the choosers right now. We have to accept whatever helps across the world we are coming.
I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with, personal issues at the same time as having to deal with this crisis. I mean, so many of the doctors we've spoken to have talked of this, of being affected with relatives in hospital themselves or having died.
Yeah, right now the situation is like that. You name any family, you name any person, at least a single member in entire India, a family, they have somebody who is infected. So it's pretty bad. Like many of the healthcare workers and from the medical fraternity, they are infected with the disease, but still those with the milder cases. Because what we have seen in this second wave, there 90 more than 90% is a mild case that could be managed at home. Only 10% need hospitalization and severe treatment and all. But the thing is that these works should be, I mean, these messages should be propagated from a proper channel to the common people, so that not to panic, not to panic for the things, not to go ahead with the things, because somewhere in India there are some elite classes who are hoard buying the things. They are hoarding the things, they are panicking, they are in such a panic situation that they are buying the things in a panic ridden state. So those who don't need oxygen cylinders or concentrators, they are themselves buying the things and medicines and all. So things should have been managed in a pretty well way, but that thing
Dr. Ranjan,
has not been done.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but thank you very much indeed for talking to us. Thank you.